Hello class, this is Mr. Wekesser. This is your first notes of the year, lesson 1.1. I'm going to attempt to give you notes today, and you're going to try to follow along and do the notes with me. It's my first time doing this, so please bear with me. Some technical difficulties or screen problems, I apologize, but it should adapt to everything we do. So first, the lesson's called Patterns and Expressions, which is a big review from Algebra 1. So make sure you have your packet out and follow along and take these notes. Your notes will be graded for a grade at the end of each chapter, and it'll be your notebook grade for each quarter. So first, write the correct word to continue each pattern. We need to discuss what a pattern is. A pattern is obviously anything that goes in order and repeats the order. So like on clothing, you have a sequence dress, or you have a pattern on a shirt, things like that. Each day of the week is a pattern. For number 1, it says Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Tuesday. So what we're doing is we're skipping one day every single time. So you're going from Monday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Friday, Friday to Sunday, and Sunday to Tuesday. So you're going by 2 days. So the next day would be Tuesday to Thursday. So the answer for number 1 is Thursday. Next, we're doing the months of the year. So you have January, then your February, and March. So you have 2 months here. April, May, and June, 2 months here. July, then you have August, September, so you're missing 2 months here. Then you have November and December, so you're missing 2 months here. So we're back to January. So the next pattern would be April. Next, we have colors, red, blue, red, right? So you have red here and here. Then you have yellow, red, blue. So this yellow is a little crazy guy here. So you have red, so it's probably going to be, the patterns, this one's going to be a little more difficult. So the answer is going to be red. But why? Because you have red, blue, red, yellow. Here is the pattern. So the next set will be red, blue, red, yellow again. So you have red here, and you have yellow next. That one's a little more difficult. The last one is circle, square, triangle, circle, square. So there's another, again, here's the pattern. You have triangle. You can either write a triangle or make a triangle. Whatever floats your boat. So we're just doing basic patterns here. Next, you're going to write the number in each pattern. So the keyword is next number, which I failed to say the first time. The next number in each pattern. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm going to write the pattern down first. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. So 8 plus 2 is 10. That's the next number in the pattern. Now you have 6, 3, 0, negative 3. You're subtracting 3, subtracting 3, subtracting 3, subtracting 3 to get negative 6. So there you go. Another way you could do this is take the second number, subtract it from the first number. 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 minus 6 is negative 3. So for this one, it would be a good idea to do that same thing. 8 minus 2 is 6, but 32 minus 8 is not 6. So instead of adding or subtracting, we're also going to, now this is called a geometric pattern, which is multiplication. So you're going to divide 8 divided by 2, and that's 4. 32 divided by 8, and that's 4. So your pattern is 4. 128 divided by 32 is also 4. If you don't have a calculator out, this would be a good time to get a calculator out. And here is my calculator, the same one you should have in this class, TI-30X2S. You can take 8 divided by 2, you get 4. You can also take 32 divided by 8 and get 4. Or 128 divided by 32, I'm sorry, and you get 4. So here's the vocabulary for the chapter. Very, very important words we're going to learn. The word vary, and this is not V-E-R-Y, it's V-A-R-Y. That means it changes. Something changes, is a variable, or to vary your routine in the morning, to not get up at the same time. Main idea is a variable is usually a letter that can change or vary. Definition: a variable is a symbol that can represent one or more numbers. So a lot of times in math class we use the letters x and y, the most popular two variables. We also see m, n, right? You'll see z a lot, but we try not to use some of the ones that look like numbers, like L or 1 look a lot alike, so we don't use those, or S and 5 look alike, so we try not to use those guys. Usage. A variable represents an unknown number in equations and inequalities. So here we go. Let's use our vocabulary. Number 8 and 9. So write n if the expression is a numerical expression, write a if the expression is an algebraic expression. So the first one is a numerical or an algebraic, so we're going to say a. And you might ask yourself, what is a numerical expression and what is an algebraic expression? So algebraic, right, you have 5 times x is a, so that's algebraic. Number 3, there's addition, so it's going to be n. Number 9, a, because of multiplication, and this one is a again. So let's go over that one here. Anytime there's multiplication, you're going to have algebraic. Anytime there's addition, right, numerical. Number 9, bottom of the page, circle the variables in each algebraic expression below. So these are just the variables, so the letters, right? So we have x, we have d, we have w, we have v, and we have k and q. What questions do we have? Any questions? Come ask Mr. Weckesser right now if you have questions. You don't understand this, you want to stop right now and probably ask a couple questions, because Mr. Weckesser is sitting in front of the class and he's helping people and he wants to help you. So come up and ask a question right now if you don't understand the first page. So here is page 2, or page 3 actually. Kind of funny, but the first page is just a cover page of the notes. Okay, here we go. There, got it. Look at the figures from left to right. What is the pattern? Draw the next figure in the pattern. There are blank white squares in the first figure. You're going to say 4. 4 white squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a good idea to put dots there so you can count them. There are blank more than white squares in the second figure. There are 4 more white squares in the second figure. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see my dots help me count. Describe the pattern. The great way to describe a pattern is each figure increases by 4 squares. So each figure increases by 4 squares. 1 square is added to each shape. There you go. And that's what it is. So, any questions on that one? Then the next one says, draw the next figure in the pattern. You can see this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the next one should have 16, right? So instead of being 3 up, like this one should be 4 up. We try to get the middle one, make it black. And then you go 4 up instead of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. It has 16 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little fast there for you, but we got to move on with the notes. And so now we're talking about expressing a pattern with algebra. And this is like if you need to find, and this is a good ACT question, the 25th figure in the pattern. You'll see that in ACT and SAT question a lot. So what we do here is complete the table of values first. Let's look at this. Here's the pattern. You have 1 with a 4, 1 with out of 6, and 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 out of 8. There we go. So down here we have the process or column. And right here we're going to put the word number 2, number 3, and number 4. because this is the input. The input's always going to be the number of the pattern. Number of tiles is the output. So you're going to put the process, right? Here's the process. So this will be 6, 8, 10, right? Because 4, you can see how it gets bigger every time. And then we're doing the 25th, right? I think it's what it is. Number in the pattern. So we're going to put, oh, this is the process. This is n. We're going to say what the pattern is for n. And it's basically a repetition of the first one, almost always. So this is 2n plus 2 is the multiplication we're actually doing. 1 plus 2n plus 1. And down here we're going to say the 25th number in the pattern. So there are 25 times 2 plus 2, or 52 tiles in a 25th figure of this pattern. So biggest thing is the n, which we're going to figure out pretty soon, will be the number of the pattern, right? And then you're going to say what it increases by, you're going to put next to it. So it'll be 2n. So these numbers always increase by 2. So it'll be 2n, right? And then you're going to add 1. Or add 2 each time, really. You're adding 2 each time. So it's 2n because it increases by 2, right? And it increases by 2, so it's adding 2. Next page, page 4 of your notes. And we'll describe this a little more. If you have questions or you're confused, that's okay right now, because it is new. So explain that table of values helps you find the number of tiles in a 25th figure. So basically what you're going to say is it helps me see a pattern to write an expression to find the number of tiles in any figure in the pattern. So it helps you see it. It helps you see the pattern to write an expression. In a lot of people, that's not true because expressions confuse you more than figures, because a lot of you guys are visual learners, and that's okay. Let's do using a graph. And using a graph's a little different, but it might help you see the patterns a little more. So here we go. Circle the description of the input value, underline the description of the output value. So we're going to say the number of plates, whatever that word is, plates, I'm not sure what the heck that is. The graph shows the number of cost of plates. I think it must be a fish or something at an aquarium shop. Use the table to find the cost of 6 plates. So the total cost, right, is the input, is the output. In the underlined description of the output, circle the input. The input is the number of plates. The output is the total cost. So here we go. Number of plates. If there are 0 plates, the cost is 0. If there's 1 plate, it's $2. 2 plates, $4. 3 plates, $6. So you can see the pattern. 4 is 8. It goes up by 2 each time. So we're plussing 2. Basically, it's $2 per plate. So let's write that over here. What is the input? The number of plates. And we have 1, 2, 3 right there, right? And here it's 1, 2. You're going to put in this 1 in here. Put this 2 in here. Put this 3. And that's why I know it's 3, because there's 3 there. And every time it's going to be $2. So this is going to be a 2 here, obviously. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Now you're going to put the 6 in here. Right? Is the input. And this is going to stay the same. This 2 is going to stay the same. This is your constant. Every time the number of plates costs $2. So 6 plates times 2 is $12. So let's go down here to the bottom. Let's write the equation or the expression. I guess this is an expression. It's the number times 2, right? Or 2n will be your expression to solve this every time. $2 per plate, or 2n. And we failed to put the output up here. My bad. It's the total cost. We said that before. So if you need to pause and go back at any time, if I went too fast, you can do that. But give me feedback at the end of this lesson if you can. Okay. Underline a number of expression to complete each sentence. Underline a number or expression to complete each sentence. In the table,